Comedy Kitchen with Chef Cell was recorded on a cell phone in front of a fake audience. What?
There you have it, my friends. I'm so glad you joined me. When they say that, they say get the kids involved. I wouldn't do that. They're going to be throwing pancakes all over the freaking house. Hey guys, Chef Cell right here. That's right. Time for Comedy Kitchen once again here with Chef Cell. Happy holidays to everybody. This one's a good one. You know, people like to stay over for the holidays. You know, they thing, you know, right? You know what I'm saying, right? Let them stay over. It's okay because you got breakfast nailed. We're going to make them some gluten-free, spicy ginger pancakes. So let's get started. Only after I tell you that we are closing in on 1.9 million views for this channel. And I think we're up to like 112, 113,000 subscribers. People writing in, making fun of me. Perfect. You know, asking cooking questions once in a while. I like it all. So write in, comment, say, hey, Chef Cell, you know, when are you going to dry clean that thing? Whatever it is. But let's go to the other me now. Yeah, the other Chef Cell in the kitchen right now, starting these things. It's kind of fast, but we're making a nice peach compote to go along with it, either on top or on the side. What will I choose? We'll see. Let's go. And as usual, we have your dry, which is right here, and the wet is off camera, but it's ready. It's all ready. Don't worry about that. 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm using gluten-free. Now, I usually use a blend. A lot of you people writing in already. No, you didn't even see this yet. No. But this time, I'm thinking about you guys. Well, I'm always thinking about you guys. Should we cut that out? Because that's selfish of me. I'm not going to use the blend because you're going to be doing like wrapping things and opening presents and plugging it in the tree. You know, really important stuff like that. And you're going to have people staying over maybe, you know, they had a little bit too much freaking eggnog, right? Next morning, you want to be able to do this really quickly. So you're not going to be all these different flours, brown rice and sorghum and tapioca. Forget it. All right. That was a lot about a little, but I digress. Also, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. I'm using light brown. It's fine. 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. 1.5 teaspoon baking soda. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I'm using kosher. 2.25 teaspoons of ground ginger. 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of allspice, 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves, believe it or not, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. Did I say nutmeg? Leave that in, nutmeg. Mix it up with a dry whisk. If this isn't spicy, then I think you got to get something checked by the doctor. I don't know which, was it glandular or whatever. You know, really. Give it a whisk. I'm not going to have you sift this, but if you want to, sift away. I mean, it's a pancake. Let's not get crazy here. Now, I melted a stick of butter for the wet. Have that ready to go, but have it cool, all right? Because eggs are involved here. I don't want anybody saying, you cooked the eggs on me, Chef Cell. Shaking my head. SMH. I'm not watching you anymore. Oh, God. I'm sorry in advance. What can I tell you? Sheesh. Go plug the tree in. All right, I like that. Put this aside for now. And here's my wet. I already got started because it took you guys like all day to get here. In here, I'm going to put, on top of these 2 eggs that are room temperature, large eggs, please, 1.25 cups of milk. May not use it all. This is where you have to use judgment and my brains. Oh, boy. 1/2 cup of 1 stick of melted butter. Unsalted, please. 1/3 cup of molasses and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And there you have it for the wet. So let's go in and whisk it in. This butter is nice and cooled off now, but it's still, you know, you can't cool it off too much. It'll come back to freaking stick. It'll be a stick again. You don't want to do that either. It's all melted. Just put it on low on the stove and keep your eye on it, because it's the one thing you turn away and all of a sudden it's bubbling and your wife's like, ooh, are you making burnt butter today for our guests? And really, just to that, we're adding, give me about a teaspoon of vanilla. Vanilla and baking, I mean, and now I have this third of a cup of molasses. I pammed this little cup, so hopefully a lot of this comes out of there. Looking good. I'm keeping the milk until everything is mixed together. Then I know how much to pour in there, like I told you. And just get that in there. Just doesn't have to be slow and, you know, slow as you go and all that stuff. Just get it in there. It's a freaking pancake, like I said. Come on. Let's get this as mixed as we can. Now I'm going to start eyeing this milk. I started with about a 1.5 cups, so maybe about a third of that's going in now. Be careful when you mix with a whisk. You know how that goes. All over the place. That's where it goes. A couple of lumps is fine because it's pancakes. It's the law. And it's obviously too thick now. But we don't want it like a milkshake. We want it more like a loose pudding. See, it's not gonna, I want this to pour. That's not going to pour. Like quarter cup at a time. Now, I'm already starting to think about this peach compote we're gonna put over this thing with or instead of some nice high quality maple syrup. I could smell the spices, by the way. Holy mackerel. Man. Still a little bit too thick. Another quarter cup. Hey, if this is the only work you got to do, you know, a little bit of milk at a time, you're way ahead of the game. No, it's still plopping. I don't want plopping. I want pouring. But you see how you have to do it, though? It's kind of like when you brown butter. You go too far, it's over. Just don't go too far. You don't want loose stuff here. Then you get really flat pancakes. I want puffy ones. Fluffy and puffy. My turtles. I miss them. Yeah. Ooh, I think we're close. Let's go. That's a cup and a half total. I used the whole thing. I wasn't thinking I had to, but sometimes this gluten-free flour is more absorbent than you want, or than you think it's going to be. That's all. No big deal. Now we got a pouration. Let that sit as you're doing this compote. That's quick on the stove. I'll show you how to make that with the peaches, because it's probably going to thicken up as it sits here. Let me make sure there's no gotaways here. Stay in the bowl, dudes. Man, I just tasted some of the batter. Unbelievable. I really hope you try this. I really do. All right, I'm going to put that aside. I'll meet you over at the stove for the compote. And also for the making of these things. Let's get this little baby on. It's a little small little pan here. Don't go crazy, you know. Bring a garbage pail in here. Let's start out at a medium heat, medium low, if you want to be exact. Got a quarter cup of water in there and 2 tables of just sugar, that's all, regular sugar. I drained me peaches, Captain, looking good. Out of a can. You're not going to get them this time of year anyway, unless you live in FLA. So let this thing kind of move around. It's really just to thicken this up and get it bubbly, and then pour the peaches and get them coated, and you're done. Now what I'm going to do, right over here, I don't think you can see it. See if I can get our cameraman to, there's my griddle. See it? Right there, boom. We're going to heat that up, pour these right on there. I don't use it that much. I say I don't use it at all. But here we go, though. Here we go. Come on, little bugger. So let me get that up. Well, at least it still works. I got mine on a medium-low heat. I don't know where it's going to go yet. I am going to Pam it. All right, let's pour them in there. Thickened up a little bit. And like I said, I just want to coat them. And now my little trick. See, I didn't even tease you like most of these YouTube people do. Look at this. This is the juice. the syrup, actually. From those canned peaches going in there. Just a little bit, maybe quarter cup. Let these get through. Just let them get through, you know? Cook them through, man. It's good because that syrup, although it's kind of sweet, it's fruit sweet. Ooh, I like that. It's fruit sweet. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to fruit sweet. All right. So it's fruit sweet, just from the fruit, but then you got that regular sugar in there, just regular old white sugar in there, giving it a punch. Not, you know, oh, it's too sweet. Oh, how about those people, right? It's good. It's too sweet. I mean, if you're over a certain age, you get a full pass from me because I'm over that certain age. As a matter of fact, I hate when things are too sweet. What am I saying? So while that's doing its thing, I have transferred this pancake batter. Can you see it? Yeah, you can. Over to my griddle. So I'm going to change my camera. Cameraman, help me out. And we'll be back. Yeah, she's hot on you, Johnny. She's hot. And you just take this little sucker and you just pour away. I wouldn't go too big. Let's see. That'll work. Let it spread out. Probably going to get 3 on here. That one's a little bit smaller. It's going to go in the ridge here, but you know, it's my show. Do what I want. Now, when you see the bubbles coming up and you see it around the edges getting a little bit browner than the usual brown that you see here, you flip it. Very simple. All right, I'm going to flip this one. Yeah, that looks good. Just give it a quick flip. Looking great. Nice and puffy, too. Ooh, baby. Please try this, guys. I'm telling you, it's great. It's fun, too, you know? I mean, when they say that, they say get the kids involved. I wouldn't do that. They're going to be throwing pancakes all over the freaking house. Let this go another maybe 1 or 2 minutes. That first one was about 3 minutes, that first side. Let's deplane. You always want to do the biggest one. Get that one out first. There we go. And let's get number 2 over here. Ah, yes, the pyramid of pancakes. And there you have it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this aside. I'm going to have this little peachy thing. I hate saying compote. I don't want to say it anymore. Sorry. I'm not going to throw these over the top. I've decided I'm just going to put a couple right here on the side. Right here. See? That's good enough for me right there. And I'm going with good old-fashioned maple syrup. And I kind of like to do it in layers. I don't usually butter them because I'm telling you, there's butter inside of them. Relax with the butter. Jeez. Save that for the cookies. And a little on the top. I mean, that's how I roll anyway. So, ladies and gentlemen, here you go. Spicy ginger. For the season, pancakes. For your stayovers, for whatever you would like. And although I don't make this a habit, I gotta try it. Oh, it cuts right through like a freaking pillow of good stuff and everything. Here we go. Couldn't be any lighter. Let me taste this. There you have it, my friends. I'm so glad you joined me here at Chef Cell's delicious breakfast kitchen, otherwise known as Comedy Kitchen. And please subscribe, please like. I hope you're having fun holidays. I'll be back a couple of more times before Christmas, and then we'll do some New Year's stuff. Please subscribe, like. We're closing in on 2 million views. Are you kidding me? I will see you next time.